Okay, no problem. Oh, I see we're live. Well, good evening, Tom. How are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. It's gorgeous weather in Western New York right now.
It is finally, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know,
Tom, will
I
we
did want to say something about this evening, I heard some auspicious, um, uh, I don't know if it's data or uh, astrological information. That
Oh,
apparently
what's that?
these 2 days, June 1st and 2nd, are supposed to be very good for healing
Really?
for some reason. Yep. So
Well, then it's
it's a
fortuitous we're
good time for
doing
us
a
to be doing
healing
this.
meditation tonight, huh?
Right. Although I think every day is good for healing.
Tom, while we wait for people to get online with us, I wanted to ask you, you recently ran your restructuring class and you're going to run it
we'll,
again in the fall. So
we'll
if
be running
anybody's
it. Yeah.
interested in taking it and missed it a couple weeks ago, would you mind talking a little bit about that and what it is?
Yeah. The restructuring is a very powerful method of getting rid of or addressing the sort of mental and emotional energies that hold us back.
Hmm.
The areas in your life where, despite your best efforts, why do I keep doing these things and I'm doing it? It's like, you know, you shouldn't be doing them, but you keep in the reactive mode anyway. Um,
Well, I think we're
and
all
so it's
guilty of that occasionally, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We all have those places. And what this does is helps to get at the root of that stuff. And it always comes from old trauma, right? But it's buried trauma. And sometimes, you may have some conscious awareness of the original trauma, but you're not aware of the depth of the meaning of what transpired at the origin of that. Right. So what this does is it takes you back. Oh, there's a regression. First of all, there's the first part of the session is a discussion on how the problem interferes with your life. It's like, why is it? I'm being held back. I don't like it, and so we get a kind of a history of it and
Hmm.
how it impacts life now, and then we use that as a basis of doing a regression back to its source. By source, I mean the very first time that problem was created and experienced in the person's soul's history.
Oh, so that could
Right.
include possible past lives
Past
as
lives,
well.
yeah. It's frequently past life, but I've been very surprised by it. Sometimes it's in the womb.
Really?
I've had numbers of them in the womb. And I've had past lives, but also many instances of significant trauma in early childhood and so on, and sometimes even in adulthood. You don't
Yeah.
we really don't know where it comes from, but once the person is present with that memory, then I assist them in making a whole series of choices and decisions. Um, Based on what's in. So releasing, first of all, the profound emotion that's caught up in that. It's also release things like a release fears, release anger, release sort of negative promises one makes to oneself about it.
Right.
That all of those kinds of things. And I call it contextual because at the time of the trauma, we're not thinking about all these things. We're just reacting, right?
Right.
Uh, what happens in the session is you comb it and to get a deeper understanding of what happened contextually and why, on an unconscious level, every time that context comes up in your life, you're reacting.
And you may not realize you're reacting to it.
Well, something, you don't realize you're reacting to that, but
Right.
something's off.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't have your full power in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, what happens is that as people do their releasing, and the releasing happens in a number of ways. So I have people, I give them a suggestion, and I say, I want you to repeat this. I release my fear of da 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 that I carry from that time, and I have the
Hmm.
person make the statement and follow it with a deep breath. So you're putting physiology behind it as well,
Yeah.
right? So with the physiology behind, they let it go, and they start to notice is that they're letting go of those things. The way in which they're relating to the memory is transforming, so that by the time the session is finished, they feel totally peaceful, totally comfortable in the midst of that memory, with a sense they've taken back their power and created whole new options around that circumstance, around that
So
context.
they're no longer reacting to that.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's not, I took the class, I think in 2021. It was a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it. And I know over the years I've heard other people speak very highly of it as well. So if anybody's watching or listening tonight and you missed it a couple weeks ago, I believe it will happen again. Is it Columbus Day weekend?
Always Columbus weekend. Yeah.
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 So
So
look for it if you're interested in it. I highly recommend it. So Tom,
yeah.
we have Danielle Wasnick on with us, and I believe one of your neighbors, Pam Hoops, on with us. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us on this lovely night. And it's almost 10 after, so would you like to jump into
Yeah,
the World
yeah,
Healing
I want to
Meditation?
get started with the meditation. And if you haven't done it with me before, I'm going to give you a brief intro. Um, there's two parts of this meditation. The first part is opening up to healing for oneself, and philosophically, what's behind this is the assumption healing is always available. We just don't pay attention to it, and
Hmm.
there are ways in which we disallow it to happen. Right? What this does, what this does is it opens up our perspective and our understanding and our availability to what's there all the time. From the Creator is constantly offering healing to us, not only us individually, but for the planet. And what the first part of this is opening up to your own healing, the physical body, and then we're working with our collective energy and the collective intention that we have for healing for the earth. And we also welcome in all of those um, intelligences from spiritual realms that are in support of this same intention. What do I mean
Hmm.
by spiritual realms? Angels, um, spiritual masters, etc., Mother Earth, and elemental realms. All of those um, have an interest and a stake in the Earth being the best it can be, the total harmony on our planet. You know? So that's what that's what we're calling forth for ourselves to be aware of, and then we'll go into a period of silence where we just pay attention to what we've asked for, and we observe the unfolding of the healing energy, or the manifestation, if you will, of the healing energy and everything that we've asked for, and just pay attention to two things: anything that may be influencing you personally, but anything that you may inspiration you may be given about what's happening for the earth, the healing of the earth, and in particular for the um, our species, which is probably right now is what's causing most of the problems on the planet. So, yeah. So, okay. So that having been said, let's begin
Okay.
by taking a couple of relaxing breaths, feeling your energy and awareness settling into your body, in particular into your heart. And as it does, imagine there a brilliant flame of the purest love and light. Allow yourself to feel the warmth and the comfort of this flame within your chest. And every breath you take, you are actually fanning this flame, bringing forth increasing measures of love, of light, of healing. Indeed, the flame takes on the capacity to burn off, consume, and transform all tension, all imbalance, discomfort of any kind into relaxation and well being for your entire chest. Just allow yourself to feel that transforming, healing warmth and light, building and growing within your chest. As the flame continues to grow and intensify, it spreads to fill the entire trunk area of the body. And it begins consuming and transforming all discomfort, tension, imbalances of any kind throughout the trunk area of your body. The organs, the spine, the rib cage. As it continues to unfold, it reaches down into the legs and feet. And here too, the healing fire begins burning and transforming all tension, weakness, imbalances of any kind into relaxation, strength, and well being. Again, just allow yourself to feel the presence of that transformative healing energy in your legs and feet. As the flame continues to intensify and expand, it reaches across the shoulders into the arms, hands, and fingers. Here too, it begins burning, transforming all tension, weakness, imbalances of any kind into relaxation, strength, and well being for the shoulders, arms, and hands. And something that will continue to support you is just allowing yourself to feel the gratitude. Feel a sense of gratitude for the healing that's taking place. And as the flame continues to intensify and expand, it spreads up into the neck and head. Here too, it begins burning and transforming all tension, weakness, imbalances, emotional conflict, and mental contradiction, transforming it all into relaxation, strength, well being, peace of mind, and clarity of thought. Allow yourself to feel that transforming energy. throughout the neck and the head. As the flame continues to burn brightly throughout the entire physical body, it continues burning off any residual discomfort, imbalance of any kind, leaving behind increasing measures of relaxation, peace, well being for the entire body. And it continues to grow and expand beyond the physical body into the auric field. And here too, it burns and consumes any imbalances within the aura, transforming that into a greater state of clarity and freedom. Now, as you continue to experience that healing within you, as it continues to expand, that all of our healing energies are beginning to coalesce into one greater expression, coming together, bringing our spiritual intention for the healing of the earth and our world in unity of purpose and energy. As we do this, we become available to vastly greater measures of healing, love, and light. And we welcome into this same collective energy the support from the Creator, from Mother Earth, from the spiritual realms, guides, teachers, masters, the angelic realms, and the elemental realms. All those who would support us in our intention for healing for our world and ourselves, we welcome their presence. As we unite in this way, we become available to vastly greater measures of healing, love, and light. And as we do this, hold your hands on your lap, palms facing each other, 6 to 8 inches apart, allowing yourself, as you do, to feel the growing healing energy between your hands. In that same space between your palms, envision a miniature of our world. And as you do, know that Earth is being imbued by these same healing energies that we've called forth, that we've decided to be present and aware of, present with and aware of. And know that as you're doing this, as you're envisioning this, by the law of resonance, it's happening for the entire world, which also means that it's happening around you and in you simultaneously. It's aligning all of us with the unfolding healing energy and the energies of well being, even evolution, that the Creator is constantly offering our world. As you continue to pay attention to that presence and the unfolding healing energy, we're going to move into a period of silence where all we need to do is pay attention to this healing energy as it continues to unfold and manifest, not only within your body, but for the earth, and to open your consciousness and your mind to whatever inspiration wants to come through about this unfolding healing energy. After the period of silence, I will make an announcement when, when we'll move to another phase of the meditation. As the period of silence comes to a close, pay attention to the expansion of this energy in your locale. So, the expansion of this energy in your home, or if you're visiting somewhere, wherever it may be, if it's a hotel room, whatever. Um, if you're on a mobile device in your auto somewhere parked, wherever it is, feel that where you are happens to be an anchor point where more of this energy can be um, sent into the earth. More of this energy can have a stronger anchor um, in three dimensions in physical reality. In my case, I'm here in Lilydale. I'm in New York. I'm experiencing it coming through to to bring this healing energy and consciousness to my home and to my community. And wherever you might be, I would invite you to open to that possibility to be observing that as well. Spiritual realms really use and need our cooperation in, in having these energies be more effective and supportive for the change that is needed and the healing that is needed on our planet. And we also direct our attention to areas of struggle in our world, whether they be military battles, whether they be social battles, etc. Wherever that happens, wherever there is conflict, we invite this healing presence and energy to support anyone involved in them in being connected to their truth. And the truth of everyone is ultimately creating and manifesting harmony and peace. And also encourage you to allow yourself to be um, linked with and connected to um, a spiritual being that has um, your highest interests in as part of their intention. They want you to experience the highest and best of your potential. Just allow yourself in the openness for to be in contact with spiritual beings that can give you ongoing support and will give you ongoing support for your well-being. Also be aware that this healing is being offered to family, loved ones, anyone that you're aware of and know might be in need of healing. Just know at this moment they're being touched by the same energy, by the same love, by the same transformative power. And let's all feel a sense of gratitude for that, and gratitude for the healing that's always available to us, but that in specific, what we've experienced this night. So as we close the circle, we offer our gratitude to all those who've been with us from the spirit realms in support of our intentions, for all the healing and inspiration that we have experienced, and all that has been offered to our world. For all of this, we say thank you, thank you. Amen. At your own speed, you can bring your awareness back to your environment. Wiggle fingers and toes. I want to thank all those who have connected with us tonight, and because I every person adds some new dimension to the collective energy, and that's it's important for us to all acknowledge that. Um, and I so that's why I am saying thank you for being part of the meditation. This, as most of, if you're tuned in, you already know this, and you've known it before you connected with us, that this is a crucial time for us in our world right now. And all that we can do, whether it's this or whether you do it on your own, um, we need to keep ourselves on point, let's say, when it comes to um, peace and healing at this time. So,
So, Tom, since
thank
we
you.
started, we've had, let's see, we've had Jeff Buckley say hi, Jen Lanza, Pat Coates, Frank Colantonio,
Oh,
Mary Ellen
wonderful.
Colantonio, and Renee Brunner. So, hi, and thank you for joining
Hi,
us.
thank you to everybody. Yeah, and I actually spoke with Jeff earlier today, and Christine. So that's his wife. There,
Wonderful.
yeah.
So, Tom, we'll be doing this the first and third Mondays of the month. Are we going to go through the summer with this during the Lilydale season?
I'd be happy to do it. I think it's so important. I'm doing Friday night circles, but they're not on Zoom or anything at the Healing
Right.
Temple. So for anybody that happens to have the opportunity to be in Lilydale on Friday night, we welcome you to come to um, the venue of the Healing Temple for a world peace and healing meditation. Uh, it also is, in part, it's um, uh, a circle. In traditional spiritualist terms, it's a um, it's a learning. It's a practice of being more mediumistic, if you will, learning how to be more mediumistic with your healing.
We
And
also have
the
Irene
healing,
Lavin saying, joining together for peace makes a difference. Hi, Irene.
I mean, yep. So again, thank you, everybody, and peace be with us all.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tom. And thanks, everybody, for joining us.